Hello students, today we will see about diseases of biliary tract for anesthesiologist. We will see the biliary tract anatomy. The biliary tract is a pathway along which bile is secreted from the liver. It is stored and transported to first part of the duodenum where it aids the digestion of fats. Biliary tract includes bile ducts of various sizes which make, store and secrete bile, and gallbladder. Bile flows out of the liver via left and right hepatic ducts, which that left and right hepatic duct then combine to form common hepatic duct. This common hepatic duct then joins with cystic duct to form common bile duct. Half of the bile is secreted between meals. It goes directly into common bile duct and half is diverted via the cystic duct to the gallbladder for storage. This is about anatomy of the biliary tract. Now the cholelithiasis. Cholelithiasis means there is a inflammatory biliary tract. It is inflammatory biliary tract disease and gallstones are common. Approximately 30 million Americans suffers from gallstones. The prevalence is significantly greater in female as compared to males. This incidence increases with age, obesity, rapid weight loss and pregnancy. The gallstone formation is most likely related to the abnormalities in physiochemical characteristics of bile. 90% of the gallstones have high in protein. The patients who have high diet, high in protein and fats, and are radiolucent and composed primarily of cholesterol. Then patients who have gallbladder stones are often asymptomatic, but obstruction of cystic duct or common bile duct by gallstone may cause acute inflammation. Now we will see about the signs and symptoms. The signs and symptoms of acute cholecystitis include abdominal pain. The pain is in right upper quadrant. There may be tenderness. There is nausea, vomiting, and there may be fever. Patients with acute cholecystitis are treated with number 1 IV fluids, then second antibiotics, third opioids for pain relief. Surgery is typically performed once patient condition has stabilized. The laparoscopic cholecystectomy is a procedure of choice. Fewer than 5% patient will require conversion to open cholecystectomy. The common duct stones can be removed intraoperatively or subsequently by ERCP, that means endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography. Patients with septic shock who are considered too ill to undergo surgery require percutaneous cholecystectomy. Now we will see anesthesia considerations. The anesthetic considerations for laparoscopic cholecystectomy are similar to those for other kinds of laparoscopic surgery. The use of opioids during surgery is controversial because opioids cause spasm of sphincter of OD. Incidence of opioid-induced sphincter spasm is quite low, less than 3%, and it is possible to antagonize this spasm by addition of number 1 glucagon, second naloxone, third nitroglycerin. This is about the cholelithiasis. Now we will see choledocholithiasis. The term choledocholithiasis indicate that a gallstone is lodged in the common bile duct. Choledocholithiasis means gallstone is lodged in common bile duct. Patients with choledocholithiasis typically present with signs of cholangitis. If the stone is obstructing the common bile duct, there may be fever, rigors, jaundice, right upper quadrant pain will be present. Often, severe pain caused by the stone lodged in the duct is termed as biliary colic. This pain can be extraordinarily intense. This pain of choledocholithiasis. Some stones pass into duodenum or pancreatic duct and can result into acute pancreatitis. The serum bilirubin and alkaline phosphatase levels typically increase abruptly in choledocholithiasis and marked when stone obstruct common bile duct. The treatment endoscopic sphincterectomy is the initial treatment for patients with suspected choledocholithiasis. Second, ERCP can be used to identify cause of common bile duct obstruction as well as to remove a stone or place a biliary stent if needed. This is about choledocholithiasis. Thanks.